Hello and welcome to the Paper Papillion. My name is Antoinette Bay. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lynbrook, New York, which is in the United States. Thank you for joining me here today. I am going to bring you a nice, bright, and cheery card. I created this on my Facebook Live on Thursday evening, which would have been March 31st. And I am also creating it here for my YouTube viewers. At this time, I do not have the ability to, or the equipment to go live on YouTube. I haven't researched that enough, so I will recreate the cards and upload them here. So that is why you're getting a pre-recorded rather than a live. But let's get started with showing you some of the products. So if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or a Stampin' Up! Customer, I am using some items that are going to be retiring soon. Pretty Perennials and the matching dies, which are perennial petals. The confetti flower border punch, that is retiring also. Let's see, we have the magenta ribbon, which is retiring, and the polka dot tulle, which is my favorite, and that's retiring also. These two will be active, the bumblebee gingham and the pool party sheer. Those will continue to be current. And also going to be current are Magenta Madness, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, Bermuda Bay, and Coastal Cabana inks. I'm going to be using these metallic pearls, the gold ones, and those are current. Magenta Madness cardstock, a polka dot piece of the True Love Designer Series paper, which is current through June 30th. So that's this pack right here. Measurements and product list, all of this you could find on my blog, www.thepaperpapillion.com. These are the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and they are current, will remain current in the catalog when it comes out. I did not get mine yet. As a demonstrator, we get them early, but I didn't get mine yet. Hopefully today or tomorrow. We're going to be using the second largest scallop die here. Okay, let's move all of the equipment over, and we're using the mini cut and emboss machine today. So this is my scrap where I'll be stamping. This is my base. So I'll need to score this, and I always use, excuse me one second. I always use my scoreboard. I find it, because I do this as a business, I find it easier to use my scoreboard rather than my trimmer for this. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and on the 11-inch side, we are scoring at 5 1/2. And then I'll give that a nice crease. Now, when I'm using thick, this is thick white cardstock, sometimes it frays. So I just give it a crease, and then I flip it over, and then the fraying is on the inside rather than the outside. Just a hint. Now, this is slightly smaller. Like I said, the measurements are on my blog, but this is slightly smaller. The polka dot is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm going to adhere that. And I like to use my silicone mat for this, so I don't get adhesive on my workspace when I remember to pull it out. Okay. So I hope I'm not too high here. Got to be very careful that you, since it's a very small space between the edges, the edge here. Got to be careful with that. Sometimes I would use liquid glue just to be able to manipulate it a bit. Okay, so we have the base. So now we'll do some stamping, and then we'll get all our die cutting done at one time. I just found this on the floor, which goes to this set, so I need to put that over there. Okay, let's get our inks out. So let's start off with Magenta Madness and Melon Mambo. I already have my stamps on blocks, so we're using these two. So this one goes with this, and this goes here. Okay, and we need 2 of each. And then the center will be in Melon Mambo for a little contrast. And that's that. Actually, we're going to keep this open for a second because while I have it here, I do want to do the envelope. So I don't want to forget to do that. So let's get the envelope. I like to decorate the envelope and the inside of my card. Okay. And then the inside of the card, and be careful with that we don't get ink anywhere. There. And let that dry for a bit. Excuse my arm. Okay, now we're done with the Melon Mambo and the Magenta Madness. And next will be Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. So we'll take this flower, the smaller one, and ink it up in Coastal Cabana first, and we'll do 2 of those. And then the center will be Bermuda Bay. And while I have that out, I think I'm going to do leaves. Let's move this over. We'll do leaves on the envelope and on the inside of the card. I did not pull those out. I just thought about that now. So we'll do the solid image and the outline image. And I will take this off since I don't have another block right here. And first we'll do the outline image in Bermuda Bay. And just right there and there. Oops, that's fine. And then Bermuda Bay for the inside. I'll go here and here. Okay, and then we'll take the solid image. I don't know what I did with it. There it is. Okay. Move this over a bit. And we'll do that in Coastal Cabana. And I'll put this on the side. And Coastal Cabana once again. Okay. Now we're done with that. The envelope and the inside are done. I generally have wipes here as well, just in case I get ink on me. Now we'll bring back our sheet with the flowers. So we need 4 flowers. Let's go here. 1, 2, and 4. And that's all we need with the flowers. Okay, we'll cut that, and we're only going to put 1 of each inside the mini cut emboss machine. Actually though, we need some scrap for the sentiment as well. And we need all 4 of these, but we only need to do 1 at the moment. So we're just putting those 3 into our die cut machine when we're ready to go there. So next step is to stamp our sentiment in Versamark, and the sentiment we're using is happy and birthday, and we're using Versamark and black embossing powder. Now currently black embossing powder is not available with the Stampin' Up! Catalog, but it will be available with the new catalog. Or if you need it now, you can go to any craft store. Okay, I'm taking my embossing buddy, which you can also get at a craft store, and cleaning the surface of my basic white cardstock before I place my sentiment down with Versamark. Oops, I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera too much. So there's the word happy and the word birthday. And we're going to be cutting that out. So let's do this. Take a spoon and get our embossing powder all over the word happy and then all over the word birthday. Flick it a little bit. That looks pretty good to me. And then be sure to cover it up because we don't need that to go all over the place when I heat emboss. And this goes over here. Whoops. Goodness. Okay. It might get loud, so you might want to turn down the volume for a moment. Okay, so now we do have to cut this out, fussy cut. This does not have a die. Now, some people have trouble, we want to keep some white space, and some people have trouble with seeing or cutting around it and leaving white space and not getting too close to the words. So one thing that I learned is to draw a pencil mark around the image, or in this case, the letters, so that you only draw around the pencil mark. You only cut around the pencil mark. Now, I'm going to just fussy cut and wing it, but that does help for those that may have difficulty with fussy cutting. Now, I am not going to fussy cut this whole word here because I prepped it, but I did want you to see how you can make life easier on yourself if you find it difficult. So now here I am at where I drew the pencil mark, and I'm just drawing around it and cutting around it, and then I can erase any pencil mark that's left over. Okay, so now I've already, you know what? I did not cut that out, so we do have to cut it out. I thought I cut it out earlier. I did not. So you can actually fast forward this part so that you do not have to sit and watch me fussy cut this whole word, which will only take a minute, but you don't want to watch that. And I'm not quite sure how to get my video to go in fast forward motion. So unfortunately, you're seeing this done firsthand. I'm sorry I didn't have it pre-cut. But thank you for joining me here. I'm pretty new to YouTube. Oftentimes I create my Facebook Lives and I want to go and download them and upload them here to YouTube. But sometimes they're too long because we chit-chat and do prizes and things like that. So it takes a little bit longer. And when I do that, when it's not a short video, I'm not able to upload it unless there is a trick to it that I am just not aware of at the moment. Still learning. And if there is, I will figure it out at some point when time allows. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying creating and sharing. Okay, so now I can fix these. I don't have any pencil marks to erase. So this, maybe just a little. Now the word birthday just gets straight up cut like that. As close or as far away from the word or letters that you would like. Okay, so I'm going to put those on the side so I don't lose them. Okay, not bad. Now we'll bring over the die cut machine, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to just do these 3 pieces that fit on here nicely, all 3. So I'll grab my dies. So we need this medium one, we need this large one, and we need one of the smaller ones. Oops, it's stuck. Sorry. Okay, put that on the side. And now there are little grooves here. Normally I would make a mark, but there's 3 little grooves right here. So I'm going to find my 3 grooves right here and match that up. And then I'm going to take a nice sticky note and do the same here and match this up with the one that curves a bit, which is right here. And one more sticky note here. I want some white space, but not too much white space. And then this will get, this one I'll match up here like this. Looks pretty good. Nope, I don't think so. Maybe this way. Yeah. Just gotta play with it. Normally I make a tick mark with a Sharpie on the stamp set and on. Now I have to find my cover. And actually I have to move this so that it's this way and doesn't. Here we go. We'll need to bring that back for the die cutting of the scallop shape. So we need those right there, and these can be put away so don't lose them. And now we'll get the die cut scallop. So as I mentioned, we need the second largest, and we're just going to run this through quickly twice. Now this is the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Still available and will be available in the new catalog as well. If you are not a demonstrator and you do not have a current Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you shop with, I'd be more than happy to have you shop with me if you'd like. And if you like any of the current products, if you have any questions, you can email me at abay@thepaperpapillion.com. That's an O-N, not an I-O-N. Apologies for the shaking of the camera while I do that. So abay@thepaperpapillion.com. My website is thepaperpapillion.com. You can hit the shop now button there, and I'll provide you with a host code at the end of this video that you could use to shop with at checkout. And we'll put these dies away. And now we have our 2 scallop. Now we can bring back over and start putting our card together. So I've already, let's see, with the ribbon, I've already pre-cut some ribbon and twine that we're using from these packs that I showed you earlier. Actually, the twine is missing from there. And I have additional cutouts that we need. I did not want to have to do it on camera 3 and 4 times, so I have it right here. Okay, so we have 2 of each. 4 yellow daffodil, 2 coastal cabana, and 2 Bermuda Bay. Oh, I did forget one other thing, and that is the stitched. Hold on, I'm coming. Let's see. My goodness. I forgot my stitch shapes. So we do need the die one more time. Sorry about that. I forgot we need the largest stitched shape, which is also retiring. So I do need to bring back my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this particular project. Okay, so we'll just get that cut. Again, I apologize for the shaking of the camera while I do this. And there we have it. Okay. So now what we'll do is cut a little piece off of this, about 3/4 of an inch off. That's garbage. And then we'll adhere these pieces down to the polka dot piece and center. So that right about there. And this will go right about here. So now where they meet will be covered up by the scallop, the stitch circle like that. And we'll need some dimensionals behind here. I tend to go a little crazy with dimensionals. I like my cards to be secure because I do send them out and give them away as prizes on my Facebook Lives. And let's center that. Okay, now we can start to adhere. Now I need my mat once again. We can adhere some of these flowers. So we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the part that is going to sit on top of the stitch circle, and then later on, once we know that this is where we want it placed, we'll add dimensionals behind there. This is going to go right on top, and this one will go on with, nope, this will go on with adhesive as well. And that will go there. And then we'll get another one on top. Like that. And then we'll start this one off on the opposite side. Here. And then this. Go here. This will go underneath. And then this will go about here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So now we'll put some dimensionals behind the word happy and birthday. And for this, in this case, I usually take some of my scrap dimensionals and start using these little pieces on the edges. And I'll go straight across here with that big piece. And then I'll just start breaking up my smaller pieces to fit here. And that's pretty good. So we'll put the word happy. Oh, I just pulled the whole dimensional off. Not good. So the word happy will go across here. And then the word birthday will just go straight across. Here. Okay, and then we're going to take some ribbon. So now I have all 4 pieces. I have the magenta and the polka dot tool and the gingham, actually the sheer and the gingham. And what I'm going to do is take some thread. This is from the Snailed It Twine combo. So I have some thread and tie a knot to hold these together before I actually tie the black and white twine. I just want to make sure these are secure. And then we can play with cutting it down to size. So we're just bunching these together. I'm going to knot it actually. Okay. And then cut this very close. Okay, now that that's knotted, now I will take my twine, my black and white twine. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. And going to give that a nice bow. Now I'm going to put this with glue dots onto my card. I'm taking a couple in the center and on the immediate sides of it. And I'm going to place that down about there. And then we will cut down our ribbon. And here's my ribbon scissors. So this can stay. Let's see. I can't have it stick out too much because it does have to go inside the envelope. So I think that's pretty good. And then this, okay, there's that. Now we have one more thing to do here, and that will be with our confetti. So let's punch out, I need scrap. Where's my scrap? Here's some scrap, okay. Punch out. We need the larger ones, so I just do that twice. And there's our confetti. And we'll need the mat, and I'm going to take my stylus And with these 5 larger flowers, I'm going to curl them up. They're tiny, but do I want 5? Yes, I want 5 of them. And now I'm taking the smaller edge and just kind of right in the center, circling around the center, and it gives it a curled up edge. Not sure if you can see that. And then it looks nice on the card. Okay, I'll take those on the side. And then we'll get some glue dots. Let's see, I have some here. One. So we're going to put all 5 of these on the card, about here, and scatter them around. And actually, I think I don't have any glue dot on here. Okay, so those are scattered around. And now we're going to take our metallic gold pearls. And I use my tweezers. And we'll stick them right in the centers of those little flowers. Whoops. I don't think this has glue on it, maybe. Let's see. Okay, there we have it. Let's move all of this aside, and I'll show you it with the envelope as well. And then this is my host code. If you enjoyed any of these products, I will list them here, but you can also go to my blog. Here's the envelope. So wouldn't you love to get this card in the mail? Let's just put it in the envelope and pretend for a moment that you are the recipient of this lovely card. So you get in the mail and it's addressed to you, and you're right away drawn to it because it has a beautiful flower on the front. And then you have this gorgeous card. Bright, cheery, summery. We all need that right now. So again, my website is the Paper Papillion, and the host code to purchase any of the products used today is listed here. You could take a snapshot of it. If you have any questions, you can email me at I'll write it down for you, ABAY at the Paper Papillion, PAPILLON.com. Any questions? And there you have it. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.